Yo, what's up, Bronco gang, and all my Broncos fans out there? Milehighjay here, bringing you another pregame for the Denver Broncos game this week. This week, Sunday afternoon, we face Minnesota Vikings, 2-1 Minnesota Vikings, coming to our house to face 3-0 Denver Broncos. Should be a big game. Um, so yeah, these two teams don't play each other very much. The last time the Vikings beat the Denver Broncos was in 2003. Um, the last time they met was 2011. You might remember this game, one of those Tebow games. Came down in the fourth quarter. Yeah, one of those Tebow deals. Most huge Bronco fans will remember that game if they look back on it. One thing to factor in: AP did not play in that game back then, so AP is a beast. Everybody knows it. But Denver won 35-32 that day. Christian Ponder was the quarterback for the Vikings back then. So yeah, um, not very familiar teams these two when they play each other. So this could go any way. Um, so my thoughts are look for the Vikings to try to get AP going early. Last week he had a big game. Week before that he had a big game. So I mean, the Vikings only do well if AP is having a big day. I feel they've won their two home games. They lost miserably on the road to the 49ers, I believe, first game of the year. So we'll see how they do on the road this time coming into Denver, the Mile High City. We'll see what they have to offer. Like it looks like they've taken care of business at home. We'll see how they do when they come here. A few things to note. Ty Sambrilo, he looks like he might be out this week. I know yesterday we signed Tyler Columbus. He's a ex-Bronco, kind of knows the system. So look for him to probably get plugged in there. Um, that's just something that's probably just going to have to happen. So that could be very interesting as well. We don't know how all that's going to go down. Seeing a different offensive line. I know Evan Mathis hasn't really been practicing that much this week, so I think he's got a hammy or something going on. So yeah, our offensive line is going to have to hold up for Peyton to have any time because one thing that I noted down from the Vikings is they've got the one, if not one of the fastest defensive front seven in the whole NFL. So expect them to be coming at Peyton. I think that's going to be a major game plan of theirs. They're going to go after Peyton Manning big time. So look for that to be going down. Peyton's going to need to get the ball out fast if we're going to be able to do much on offense. Look for him to do a lot of those dink and dunk passes to DT right away and see if DT can, make some moves, make a guy miss, and make a big play doing that. I don't know if I love seeing that all the time, but expect to see that a few times this game. They're going to have to be a lot of quick passes. Maybe Benny Fowler's going to have to step it up and be big for us, as well as Emmanuel Sanders. He always does. He always steps up big for us. But it's going to be a lot of those quick passes. And our tight ends, they're going to have to find a way to get open and run a clean route and get some much needed first downs for us. So look for some of that to be going on. If we're going to win this game, offensively, we're gonna have to rely on Peyton's arm. I don't see our our offensive line being able to hold up against this defensive front enough to give these running backs, enough space to be in a big rushing game. I could be wrong. I'd like to see Ronnie Hillman step it up. CJ's kind of been down and out still lately. I don't really know what's up with him. He still hasn't woke up and seems like he's ready for this season. So, and it could, like I said in my other videos, it could be an injury that he's got going on. Um, maybe I think it's a little bit of psyche as well. He just doesn't seem like he has that fire that we need him to have right now, and it kind of pisses me off. But I've seen some of those flashes in Ronnie Hillman. I still believe in Ronnie, even though I thought before this season he was going to be one of those guys that we might need to visit about getting released or cut before the season started. He's really came with it this year, so kudos to him. I mean, he needs to just keep bringing it, man. Keep bringing it. Um, Basically, this whole game comes down to AP. If we shut down AP, I don't think the Vikings are going to have any chance in this game. Like I said, look for them to try to get him going early, so that can maybe open up some pass plays for them as well. But if AP has a bad game, and they're forced to pass and move away from the run game, Denver's D is just going to eat these guys alive. So look for them to try to get AP going. And if he has a big day, I feel like that's the only way they're going to make this a close game, and the only way to give themselves a chance to win is for AP to have a big day. I mean, a big day. And against this defense that we got, I just don't see it at this point. Let's be aware of the Vikings defense. They are pretty decent. So and they're very fast, and I know they're going to be blitzing at Peyton. So just look for some of that stuff to happen. I'm going to go out and say it. 27-19, Denver Broncos win. That's just what I feel. I feel they're going to. Denver's only allowed 6 first downs off of third down. So when it's third down and our defense is on the field, they're getting off the field a ton of times this year. I don't know out of how many attempts that is, but that's huge for 3 games so far. So I see the Vikings maybe getting in range and then just settling for field goals all game if they even get that close. So yeah, a lot of field goals by them. I see us putting up 3 touchdowns, a couple field goals. That's just what I feel is going to go down. That's just how I see it. So I want to give a shout out to my brother Garth Holbrook out in Texas, man. I know you're still watching them Broncos. I know that you're showing that orange and blue love out there in the Texas state, and we appreciate you out there doing that, Bubba. Just thanks for everything. One of my best friends in my life. So a big shout out to you. Represent those Broncos out in Texas. If they don't got the game playing, you better go to a freak sports bar and catch that game, bro. So yeah, guys, 27-19. That's how I'm calling it. We'll see how the game goes. I know Bronco country is going to be very happy to have their team back at home after 2 weeks on the road against some tough opponents. So let's go get this W, Denver. And everybody check out Bronco Gang. Go to BroncoGang.com. Check them out on Facebook. Go to MadFanatic.com. Watch Garage Den. Check out my boy Ray. All his videos. He's the shit. Go get a Mad Fanatic Louder CD and bump that all pregame. Sip some beers and get ready for a big old matchup against the Vikings. If we shut AP down, this one's over, baby. So that's just how it's going down. Denver Broncos. Boom!